Hey, welcome back. My name's Will, and this is my bike, a Cannondale Caad 10, with a mismatch of group set on it. And it's feeling a little bit worse for wear after a winter of riding, lots of training, commuting. So, today the plan is, I'm going to do a few things to make that bike feel brand new again. Now, these aren't very expensive things, so hopefully if you're watching and your bike's not feeling great, these are some things you can do to make it feel really nice again. So let's get started. First thing we're going to do is give it a wash. So I've got to get the brushes out and the bike stand. That's what I was looking for. Audi's finest bike stand. Good start with taking the wheels out and the saddlebag off. If you're looking for a really small saddlebag, recommend this one. I only got it recently. It's an Evoc one. It's their smallest saddlebag, and I think it was only about 10 quid, and it seems to be doing a great job. It's real small, real quiet. Holds everything you need, it's perfect. Right, with that all done, I'm actually going to take the chain off today and give it a real good clean, or maybe not actually, I've got something a little bit better than that. There we go, new chain. It's a SRAM PC 1051, I think it was only about 15-20 quid, so nice and cheap, but chain just being new makes such a huge difference, so I'll stick this on as well. Before we go any further, I think we're going to take a few more things off as well. If we go in here, we have Handlebar Tape and some new gear cable too. So we're going to put both of those on as well. Now this is well worth doing after winter because, I don't know if you can see, especially if you cycle inside a lot, you can actually get some quite bad corrosion on the handlebars, so it's worth retaping when you've been inside sweating into your handlebars because you don't know what the state of things is going to be under there. Make sure you hang on to these bits, you'll need them later. Right, we're definitely making a mess at the minute. But that's okay, because we've got new versions of all of those things. But here we are, this is what the bike's looking like at the minute. So we've got the handlebar tape all off. A bit grotty on here, but not too bad. So I reckon we'll continue with the cleaning now. I'll get the frame nice and clean, and then we can start sticking the new stuff back on. Cool, so all clean. Now the next thing is something I haven't tried before, but I've wanted to for a while, so I'll show you what that is now. Right, so I have this new chain here. Chains tend to come with like a factory grease on them, which is pretty good, but it picks up dirt, it will eventually wear out, and you'll have to start using regular lube. So I also have this, which is chain lube, but it's wax based. So the theory being you don't ever have to clean it and the dirt just drops off. So I'm going to degrease this chain to start with, the new one, and then try putting some of this wax on it. See how that goes. Right, so that's the chain fully degreased, so we'll stick that to one side and then we'll get ready to put it on later. So the super annoying thing about this neon paint finish is that it just shows up every bit of oil. And it's so hard to get rid of all of them. Right, that's the bike completely clean now. Let's start by putting the new cables on before we go to the handlebar tape. So you might remember earlier I said don't throw away these old bits of cable, and we're now going to use them to cut the new length of cable to the right length. It's so much easier if you don't throw these away, trust me. The outlet's now cut to length. It's got two pieces in, which is never that far. Now we've got the cable through, we can put the outers on and route them onto the handlebars. Right, that's the cables done, so we'll tape them to the handlebars, get the other bit of cable sorted down at the bottom, and then we'll put the handlebar tape on. Right, so that's all the cables just tightened up loosely for the time. I'll redo those when I put the wheels back in and re-index it, but now we've got the handlebar tape to do. So these new cables that have gone in, first thing we're going to do is take some black insulation tape, a pair of scissors so you can keep it nice and neat, and we're going to tie these cables nice and tight to the handlebars before we put the new bar tape on. Cool, well that's the cables nice and tight to the handlebars, so now I'm going to give my hands a wash because I'm going to put the handlebar tape on, and my new handlebar tape is bright white, so any oil on my hands is going to make the bar tape dirty, which with white tape it's kind of an inevitability, but I'd rather delay it as long as possible. Right, handlebar tape's all done. So I think we're actually nearly there. We've only got a few more things left to do, and it's coming together nicely, so I'm pretty happy. I think the next step that we're going to do is put the new chain on. Should be all pretty dry now. So I'm going to hit it with the squirt lube and see how that goes. Also given the rear wheel, the cassette, a bit of a clean, so put that in now. Right, the best way to get the split links to like snap together is stamping on the pedal, so I'm going to have to quickly take it out the stand and put the front wheel on. And then stamp on the pedal like this. You watch there. Beautiful. Cool, so we're nearly there. Now I've just got to wax the chain, re-index the gears, and then I think we're good. This bike is definitely a lot closer to being brand new than it was at the start. Right, that's the shifting all sorted now, handlebar is looking fresh. Need to give the chain a quick wax, I'll do that at the very end, but I've got to cut the cables off now, and I've actually got these very blingy cable ends, so I'm going to put these on now and then give the chain a wax after. Okay, as the cable's all tidied up, so final step now, we're going to give the chain a wax. There we go. And it's my bike, fresh as a daisy. So we've changed the bar tape, cables, new chain, and waxed the chain as well. And I'm pretty confident it's going to feel a lot nicer than it did before. If you have enjoyed watching this video, make sure to like the video and subscribe. We've got a few more coming like this. And let me know in the comments if you've tried any of these things. They're all pretty inexpensive ways to make your bike feel nice and new and just better than before. So yeah, thanks for watching.